not only to partner with one another, but to partner with you and to see you working in, through, and beyond us online is an amazing privilege. Thank you for giving that to us. And help the conversation work in such a way that furthers your kingdom even more than what we're already seeing. Give us fresh ideas, fresh power from you. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay. Well, guys, so just a couple of things, really. I don't foresee this being a super long meeting unless you guys have something need to be shared or need to discuss. The first thing that I wanted to do was to thank you all for what is happening online, because since we've done the Sim Live stuff that you guys are helping with, and Jolene is helping with a whole lot as well. You may not know this, but at random, well, not random, so random anymore, but at regular times during the week, whenever she can, she goes into the back end of the platform in the event, turns on chat, and even though it's Sim Live, she can field live prayer requests and have chat and do all of these things.
How many people are you getting?
It just depends from service to service. What was it the other day, Jason? I think I had 130 had tuned in at some point during that service, according to my numbers. But I don't know how to interpret those numbers all that well.
Well, the thing is, too, is that it varies so much. It's I don't know. Have you gotten a beat on it at all, Jolene, as to what works, what doesn't?
Well, right now what I'm finding is I went in and done some with weeks that are not our current service, and I don't get as many people that even come and take a look. Whereas the most current service, it seems like you draw a few more in. Now, I'm not getting anyone really that's drawn into the chat part yet, and I don't really know for sure what's going on there. I'm just going to keep working at it though, and just kind of keep playing with it and just see how it goes.
Okay. Well, I so appreciate your vision and what you're doing there online. That is just really, really cool. And really, for any of you experienced captains, and we got a few in the room, anytime you want to pop in, it's really outside of what would be a normal service time that we would have on Sunday. You can pop in whenever and just turn on chat. The only thing that I ask is when you're done that you turn it off.
Mm-hmm.
Because what I don't want to have is like in 4 hours, they're on these cycles. I don't want in 4 hours for that particular service's chat to be turned on and you're not the moderator.
So can a prayer ninja go in and that happen?
Right now, prayer ninjas, I'm not sure. I don't think that a prayer ninja could get on the back end. But if that's something that you would like to do, then just let me know and I can upgrade your permissions and then make you an experienced captain, even though you're practically doing the, whatever you want to turn it on. Okay. Because I know you're not going to do anything weird. So the only thing I ask though, for those who do this, and this is something that I've worked out with Jolene, is just you've got this. It's super simple. You just choose the event that you want to monitor, and you go into that event, and then toward the bottom there's this chat toggle function slider. You turn it off or you turn it on. That's it.
And just you've got to remember to save it. When you hit that on or off, then you have to save it so the changes go forward.
Right. You save it, and then something else you need to know too is that chat function will only be turned on for anyone who gets onto that event from that time forward.
Mm-hmm.
For example, if you're in the middle of a service, probably not the best time to do it. You have about a 5-minute window.
Yeah.
Generally, and that would be the best time to turn it on or off, so that the people coming to the service will see that chat function.
You said you haven't been getting very much chat. Have you been logging it as well? Saving it?
Alan asked if you're doing a chat transcript for those two.
I haven't, because I simply haven't had anything but what I'm pretty much saying myself up there to transcript. If I would have a service where I had some conversation, then yes, I probably would. But the thing is you've got to remember, you've got to do it fast, because when you get to the end of it, you don't have that 5 minutes after the service anymore. It's done right at the, when your service is done, you're pretty much done. So you've got to make sure to get that before the end of that service.
Yeah, it's a little bit where I give us a lot of wiggle room in our live events, because I never know how long the service is going to be. It gives us a little bit of margin to play with. But in the sim live events, they're pretty tight, because most of our services, we try to have it about an hour, or 5 minutes to an hour. We're hitting it pretty consistently, somewhere 6, 7, 58 minutes. So, and I set up the schedules that way. They run pretty much every hour on the hour. So you've only got a little bit of time there to play with when you get in.
The other thing that I do is, when I'm going to do this, I go in and put a notice up on both Online Campus and also on my personal page that I'm going to have that chat feature on. I try and encourage people, and I do believe it has helped draw some people, whether they converse with me or not. I think they're coming in and checking it out, and that's all I care about. As long as, we get some people there, whether they talk to me or not, it doesn't matter. It's just that,
that I've seen with Jolene's stuff is when she does that personal invitation to Facebook, we see numbers go up.
Because I see your invitations.
Yep. And I've tried it both with short notification, just where it's right started or within 5 minutes. And then yesterday I did one that was an hour for last evening. Now Saturday night may not have been a good time anyway, but I didn't get the turnout as I did as when I just did a very short, it's either started or you've got 5 minutes and it's going to start. So I'm going to have to play with that a little bit more to see whether or not a different day with an hour notice would make a difference or not. I don't know.
Well, I think it's great what you're doing. We're seeing now with the sim live services and our live services, the neighborhood of 20 to 25,000 in a given week. So
that's awesome.
And that's part of what this is doing. And so thank you for all of your work and stuff. I think that lots of times it's really easy to, put the blinders on and work on your task on that particular service and deal with that particular person, and that's awesome. That's exactly how it should be, and that's how I want it to feel. But I don't want to lose the greater picture of what impact you guys are having around the world. And there's people that are right now taking a Get Connected class because of the work that you do, and I think that's awesome.
Well, I think that's why these meetings are important too. It keeps us all updated on stuff like that, but I think also gives us a chance to gain information, especially with Jolene, so that get on some other platforms, social media, and continue to drive those numbers up so that we can maximize our impact on, not just the online campus, but those people that are online are talking to their friends around the world.
That's just it.
And saying, we can worship Jesus through our computers. Have you ever heard of that? And a lot of these people haven't. So all it takes, is one person to make it go viral.
Well, and get creative. When you put something out there, just kind of, I'm going to try and switch it up a little bit. I may target, I've got a fraction of people in my friends list that are people with the same bladder disease that I have. They're stuck at home, a lot of them, because they can't get out. So this is going to be a target audience for me, that, and so think inside your world and what your people are that you can reach out and target. And that's another, because you have people that you can target on your social media that I can't.
Right. And you have to have to be willing to strip yourself down and not be afraid to approach people that you think may or may not be um, able to be reached. I mean, because
Yep. And you also have to be ready to not be afraid to have people get upset with you, maybe even possibly unfriend you on social media. I mean, and I think this goes to this book, if you remember here a few weeks ago, that Brian was telling you to read, Not a Fan.
Sure.
Well, if you're truly 100% committed, then you're not going to care whether people get upset with you for these type of things.
That's right. Yep. Jesus wasn't afraid to
Yep.
the majority because he was going for reaching the minority.
Yep.
Well, and the other thing too is, I would encourage you guys, even if you can't make those particular services, you all see Jolene's post. You can reshare it. Because Jolene has a certain reach that she has with her Facebook followers. But that would be a whole lot bigger if you reshare the stuff that she.
Good point. Yep.
Because I don't know how many Facebook friends you have, but if you add mine, you know, and everybody else's,
Yep.
it can be a whole lot more people.
Yep. Yep.
There's a couple of things that I wanted to just do business with. One is, it's really basically around the iMinistry conference in October. Brian and I were going to go. I'm planning on going. Brian was going to go, but he had this little thing called school.
So
I'd skip it.
what days of the week are they? What day of the week?
It's October 14th through 16th.
Like what days during the week?
It's
is it?
probably Thursday,
It's
probably
like a-
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
It's a
Tuesday to Thursday.
Yeah, because I'm missing both my
Tuesday through
classes.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's not one bit. I could, maybe if it was the last 2 days of the week, but if it's in the middle like that, I don't think I can.
So anyway,
It's Thursday.
would like to go?
Yeah, both of them.
Okay.
Wouldn't you? I plan on being working by then, yeah.
So far,
All right. So if you guys would like to go, I know that Amy is thinking about going too. That would work out great. So here's what I need from you guys. And I want to, I'm just gonna say this as transparently as I can and let God kind of guide you guys in how we want to handle this, okay? I do have a certain amount of budget allocated to help. That's, you know, it's a line item in my budget called volunteer appreciation. Things like, you know, go to Guardians of the Galaxy and I buy, you know, all this stuff for you guys. We do all of these extra things. There is that line item, a certain amount of money that I could use for plane fare, hotel, tickets for the event. Tickets for the right now I can cover. And I can cover hotel. If plane tickets, if you guys could cover it, that would be great. If you can't cover it, let me know.
Where's it at?
Dallas. If you can't cover it, let me know.
The tickets are around 200
Round trip?
round trip.
On what airline?
And the
Most
the
of them.
earlier
They
you order.
average
Like
like 200.
Because just bear in mind that everybody got Southwest.
Ryan Boyer,
Hmm?
Just
I don't mean to interrupt, but do you know how to get a hold of Kim Weaver to add her to a hangout?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll do it for you.
See if you can get a hold. That she just texted me again.
Okay.
I think we need to invited Jolie. Good.
Okay.
I invited the whole group. Yeah, you gotta be on top of it.
Well, she finally was able to get them.
Right. So,
Well, and I I can go on YouTube and
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna make the assumption that I need to buy. Right, I need to buy 2 more tickets. Guys, ministry conference.
Alan are gonna show them.
Well,
I mean, that
May.
Well, can I get my syllabus first for all our classes?
Okay,
I can officially check.
okay.
Make sure nothing. If it's
Right, like if you got
that day,
finals going
Yeah.
on after, yeah, I
like,
get
I
it.
can't be there
when your
Right.
classes.
tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but like Tuesday. Hopefully. Yeah.
That would be really
Yes.
great to have
Is
you
that
But
guys
I
there.
can see.
So
It was Kim Weaver, right?
Yes.
Scott.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna do this.
I think about the funding.
Like, that's not an issue, I just don't like to my classes.
Right,
I understand. I understand.
all right.
Because a lot of classes now.
So
you have
basically, if I'm understanding
2
you guys
absences
correctly,
that negatively
Yeah.
impact your grade.
I'm waiting until like Wednesday. You'll get with me, and then I'm gonna start taking tickets and figuring out hotels, and that's
So you going to.
no. As far as airline tickets are concerned, I figure if you're gonna pay for it, you can do whatever you like. That way, you can
Just get the.
whatever you want to do.
You don't plan.
I don't either. You know, the church has an account where
Oh.
they get bonus mileage.
Church does, all
And the
right.
church does. So a lot of what I do is I just tell Melissa, okay, here's the dates, here's the hotel, book it. She takes care of all of that stuff
Yeah,
for
we
me, which is
can
awesome.
fly around the world with our global impact.
Right, exactly. And so what that does is that miles kind of offset scholarships. So that's basically what I do. Ask going and ask, all right, we're booking. We'll ask you for extra private on there. So basically, that's how that works.
From my understanding. Melissa was at our.
You get yours, right? You get yours. That's the words like have or whatever. The rest of it, so Southwest. It's only going to be one flight. You would have a site. So,
Yeah, no, it's not fun.
I didn't know.
It's a free for all. Like, they
First
let,
come, first seat.
they let women and children pick up.
So,
That's
But then
it.
after that, they let a real.
There's no sense. It really doesn't matter because it's probably going to be Southwest and it's going to be whatever, and we'll probably just end up meeting there anyway.
are we flying in Wednesday or Thursday?
I'll have to check.
Well, we would have to fly on
Thursday's the
Tuesday. Well,
It
it's
starts, it starts on Wednesday.
Yeah, but I think it starts at noon.
So we could fly in the morning.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
probably what I would want to do, not in anyone's schedule.
What date?
14th through the 16th.
No. The 14th is.
Out of town, so I gotta watch the season.
Oh.
So that kind of depends. There is options. Options. One would be like practical stickers for parking.
Well, then that's that.
Yeah.
There's the other one. There's the other one that is about a quarter of a mile down the road. Nice. And, you know, there's going to be, you know,
Transportation.
well, if I'm going to have more than just me, Dolphin Park, there will be moments in which we'll want to all go to lunch or dinner or whatever,
Okay.
with like the Life Church folks or you know, or whatever, and so we'll be outside of the So that really doesn't matter. I'll just have to look at my budget. And then, okay, we'll just, and I know that Jennifer and Miles, who are doing ads, already booked tickets.
I'd like it.
It's nice, really nice. On one of the nights, on one of the nights, um,
Oh,
that's, they usually stay in one of those places. They stay in La Quinta, or they stay in.
Yeah.
Either way, it doesn't matter that much. Other than price. It's one of those weeks where I'm the way, as there are network, for me, it's like networking opportunities. It's a different group of.
But like,
No, and that's the thing. Here's the deal. Well, here's the deal. No, I know exactly what you're
I
saying.
know what you're saying.
I know exactly
Like,
what you're
people
saying.
staying here, like, we have more connected to those people, or do we have?
Well, here's the deal. It just depends on what you're dealing with. If you're like Christ Community and all the guys with Mills, generally do the leader. But if you're doing Seth Farrier, the Life Church folks, then they generally do pilgrimage. So what I did the first year I was there, I didn't know anymore. And then I found out when I was there, like in the parking lot. I'm going to do that. So that's what I did the second year. And then a different crowd of people. They're both great folks. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. It's not like the cool kids go here and the other kids. It's not like that. It's seriously not like that. Because like Nils and his crowd, man, are taking it out of the park as it looks. If you have on the other side, the folks at Life Church and all these other guys, that are doing incredible things too, and they're generally at Hilton. So either way, you can't go wrong from a networking opportunity. But I will say that the Hilton on the Lake.
okay, see, I'm all about Al Allen. I'll go for the Hilton.
And I think there's the Hilton or I forget which one.
Or whatever.
Name.
Uppity names.
You know what I'm saying?
Those uppity names.
It's like it's not a Motel 6. It's not.
I'm glad it's not a Motel
It's not,
6.
It's not a Best
Super
Western.
8.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
The Motel 6 are really all it has is microwave refrigerator.
Well, I'll tell you this.
I hope it's got a
the
bathroom
Quinta,
and a bed.
that's pancake, which is
Oh my
really
God.
cool.
In
Push the
Texas.
button and it like cooks a pancake.
Yeah, I can.
Now that's
When will
That's
it be?
a segue.
So do we have anything else?
That's
on the,
absolutely.
do we have anything else on the?
Yes, yes. The other thing is that for the iMinistry conference, this really kind of goes toward you, really, probably more than anyone else. One of the things that Nate was asking for was videos of the pastors and all that kind of stuff. So I already have in the works. Saying that stuff. And what they want to do is compile a big video of all of these big pastors making online ministry. But what I feel would be really cool as well, Jolene.
I can't hear him. He keeps breaking up. I don't know if it's because he's so far away from me or what, but I can't hear you very well, Jason.
Okay. I'm just going to talk louder and hope.
There.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. So here's what I need from you, Jolene, because there's going to be a moment in the iMinistry conference where they're going to have videos of people thanking the online ministers for what they do. And
Okay.
he had planned a whole bunch of pastors that, have very large congregations and stuff, thanking the online ministers for what they do. But I think that it would be just as valuable to not only have a thank you from the leadership, but a thank you from those who've been impacted by online ministry that appreciate what's going on. And I know
Okay.
that you're part of those, like you're a part of that online practitioners Facebook group.
Right.
You contribute to that a lot. And a lot of those guys already know who you are, even though they're part of this church. And if you could create a short video thanking them for what they do online ministry, because really we all work together.
Mhm.
We use a lot of the tools and a lot of the ideas that come from all these other places. And they use a lot of tools and ideas that come from us. And we're all just one big team, really, globally, working together to further the kingdom. And I think
Okay.
it'd be really cool to just have a thank you from you, similar to what you did when we did your baptism, if you remember that.
Okay. Yes.
If I could get one from you saying, look, this is my scenario. If it wasn't for online ministry, I would have nowhere to go. And because
Okay.
of online ministry, I can do this and I can do this and I can do this. Thank you. Basically, something like that. You know?
Okay. How do am I able to do that with this Chromebook? Because I don't know anything about, I don't do videos, I don't know anything about this stuff.
She can record direct to YouTube, though.
Yeah.
So what you could do is record direct to YouTube and then just give me the YouTube link from that Chromebook.
Somebody, Ryan, you work with me and give me instructions on how to do all this because I don't know anything about this stuff.
Okay.
Okay? Thank you.
And any of you other guys, especially those who are not going, if you could submit via video, then that would be cool too. So that way, I could give all of them to Nate. He's putting them all together. I could, put Dan's in there. I could put Jolene's in there. I could put, whoever else in there, so that we can give them one, nice video that does all that stuff together.
I think it would be informative too if, like Jolene would give how she first ran across the online, go through Westside Family Church, kind of give a back history or story to how you came into the fold of WFC.
Okay. Because it was via online that I found Westside.
How did you find them?
Michelle Vossmer, she's there at Westside. She was my friend online because of this bladder disease I've got. We had been friends online in another group for probably 8-10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And she was putting up the online, what we put on from, the Facebook share. That's how I saw it. That's how I found Westside.
And I think that that's something that's valuable to the conference so that they know, what's the most effective way to reach,
Okay.
these people that are, out there alone and, would be more receptive to doing church online.
Okay. Sure.
Was there anything else that you guys wanted to bring up for the meeting? Okay. Is there anything that we can pray for you guys?
I'm doing good.
I'm glad you're doing good, Jolene.
Thank you.
You're here. All right. Well, then we'll just pray and we'll be done, I guess. All right, let's pray. God, thank you for the time that we had to share together. May you empower each of these folks that are online with more viral power so that you can work in, through, and beyond them in ways that we can't even imagine. I know that there's ripple effects that occur all throughout the week because of what you are doing through us. And in the end, it's you. You are the one who is building your church, and we get to be along for the ride. Thank you for that privilege. Help us to never forget how awesome you are and how you work through us. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. See you guys later.
Charlene, for all you do.
Thank you. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.